Morning, it's Mel Whitworth. I'm coming to you with something that absolutely blew my mind the other day when I was watching Scrapbooking with Me Crafts by Eve. And I'd never thought about it before. She had, or somebody had given her some cutlery envelopes. Now, I don't have cutlery envelopes on hand at the moment, but I thought we will recycle and make our own. So this is just a little template I set up before, so we're just going to go ahead and make one of those. So we'll just come across here. This is an old dictionary piece that I'm using, and you can do it any way you want. It doesn't have to be folded the same every single time, because it's all going to be glued down in the end anyway, and you probably won't see the back in the end because you'll stick it into a journal. So we've made this part. I'm just going to come in here now, and we're just going to chop off bits and pieces so we can fold it up nice and neatly. We might just chop that one too, because we're not going to need that. Straight off. Not gonna lie, it's quite awkward doing a video and talking to yourself as much as we talk to ourselves every other part of the day. It's quite awkward. And we will fold it up like that. And we'll just grab some glue. And we'll just glue along the edges. And no, I didn't even check what words were on these envelopes. I probably should have done that first. Not that it really matters because it's all going to be covered up, but okay. So that's it there. I'll just chop off that little bit that's hanging off. And you have a little hole for where your cutlery would go. So now we're just going to do some simple decorating. Have a few things. I'm going to use this out of a children's dictionary, vintage children's dictionary, and it's the word voice and the meaning of it. Oh, it's not straight. Try again. There we go. So we'll grab that one, and I've just collected some bits and pieces that I thought I might like to use. So what have we got? Milk pudding. Okay, so I think we're going to use that one on there. So grab this. We're just going to tear it off, I think. Okay. That in my container. Again, we're just going to glue it on. I'll probably be quiet doing this for the first time because I've not done it. It's weird to hear yourself talk continually with nothing else in the background. Hope the heater's not too loud. It's absolutely freezing here where I live in Victoria, Australia. Freezing today. The sun is shining, we have blue skies, and it is freezing. It's not quite winter yet. Another week or so, and it's really cold. Okay, so we've got that. Now, I'm contemplating using some of this. We'll just tear it in case we do. I'm not sure 100% that I'm going to keep it like this. that. We might put that on the bottom. We'll see how we go anyway. If we don't like it, we can make another one. It's neither here nor there. We'll just get it all down, go from there. So I don't know about you guys, but lately we've been gardening, getting ready for our winter crop to come through, which is not something we usually do. We usually give winter a miss as far as gardening is concerned. But we thought, why not? Why not? We have the vegetables that grow in winter, the seeds that is, so we got in, we did some gardening. We've got our onions in, and myself and my son don't eat onions, but my husband does. So we've got white onions, spring onions, we've also got some pak choy, some broad beans, some white cabbage, and some peas. Is what we're trying for winter, for the first time we've grown in winter. And we will see how all that goes this year. I'll just rip this little bit off. Okay. Now, grab some ink. This is vintage photo. And just ink this up. See how we go. So we're using a new garden bed this year. I need straight in the ground, dug in garden bed. We normally use raised beds. We're using 2 raised beds this year as well. For the winter. So we'll see how all that goes. Excuse me. A little sip of coffee. We will, before we put that away completely, go around these. Now you can make these any size you want. They're quite easy to make. I mean, if you can get hold of the real thing, then you've got that beautiful crinkly noise going on that I don't have here. Or you could simply make it with tracing paper, and you would also have that beautiful crinkle noise every time you picked it up. Now this would be great to go in a journal, either, as Eve says, as a belly band, depending on the height of your journal. You could stick it in. You could even close the top and open the sides like an envelope. I'm looking for my lady now. We'll just quickly ink her up too. So yeah, so we're hoping it's not going to be, well, we're looking at a really cold winter, I think, this year for Australia. As you know, we've got lots of floods in Queensland and New South Wales. They just don't seem to be stopping. Thankfully, they haven't hit us down here. We normally get the wind and fires down here. And where my sister lives in New South, she definitely gets the fires because they are out in the middle of nowhere, literally. They live more outback, so they sort of get surrounded by the fires, and a lot of the time they don't know they've actually been surrounded until it's too late and they get a phone call and no one's allowed to leave. They have to stay where they are, which is always frightening. Same sort of deal when they get floods, it just rushes on down. And yeah, they just get a lot of floods. And she's really close to the river. So that can be scary for everybody at times, both for them and for us, I suppose. But it's what you deal with when you want to live in the country. And not just country as we're saying. Okay, we're going to stick that down, but we're just going to use some fabric glue by Helmer. So you just bear with me while I get this down because it's running low. I should probably have it upside down, but I didn't. So we'll just wait. And you want to use this one in a pretty ventilated room because it's a wee bit stinky. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. It's one of those glues that you get those big strings off as well, so it's always fun. Okay, pop the top back on that one. Because we're sticking onto fabric, we'll use, this is just standard PVA glue in here, but quite a thick version. And I'll just put that back in there. Now, where do we want to put the lady? Okay, I think we're going to do that too. We'll whack her behind. So give her a bit of a glue as well. See what we can do. So it's weird when you try and make a YouTube video for the first time. You're just talking away to yourself like everyone's listening but no one's there. Okay. And I just thought when I saw Eve making these, I thought that is just clever. And you can decorate them any way you like, obviously. Just gonna put that back there. Okay, so we've got that. We might go for a little tag, maybe a printed one this time. And just see if we can pull in some of this blue on the other side. It might be a bit too light, but we'll see what we can do. That's wrong colour. Although it's the wrong colour, but can we do it? Can we make it work? Maybe blue is the wrong colour. Options, options, options. No, maybe. We will look at a few first. I don't know. They're quite good, those two so far. It's a sideways one that I could put up there. I don't know. What else do we have? Is bigger better? Not always. Not always. Maybe blue's the wrong colour, people. Maybe we were looking at the wrong colours. Okay, I think we found it. I think we've found it. We'll just put that over there for now. We'll trim this. I tell you, if my husband comes home, he's going to think I've gone mad sitting here talking to myself. But that is okay. We're here to give a good laugh sometimes, right? Happily. Okay. Oh, we're not exactly straight, but no one is perfect. We'll give it a little look around the edges. Use this one. These are quite easy to do. Like, I clearly have not put too much thought into what this was going to look like before I started. I just pulled out a few things and here we are. Okay. And that's about all I think I'm going to do on this. I think maybe not. Bear with me. Bear with me. Let's just change some numbers, shall we? Okay. Let me just give this a stamp and see what we're looking at. Okay. Let's see if we can. Nice enough. And there. And I think we are just about done. I'm just going to add a little bit of stamping on here. Just sort of background type things, like you won't even really realise they're there unless you have a really good look. Just to add a bit of texture. And this side, as you can see, will be upside down, but that is okay because it's just for background. Okay, and I think we're done. You can write whatever you want in there. You can even put another picture or diagram or something in there. At the moment, I think we're going to call it good. We may just, bear with me, attempt to put a little thing in here. Now this may not go so well because the paper is not super thick. There we go. Just so you know, it's going to be a little pocket. Not exactly in the centre, but it is more than fine. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We're all done. Thank you. Have a great day.